Hey everyone, how's it going? Today's baling day, or another baling day, I should say. We baled some yesterday, but I'm getting ready to start raking, and Shannon's gonna start baling here shortly once she gets the other kiddo taken care of. But we're gonna be using the 4710. The square baler's hooked to the 5711. We're using the RA 2072 double rotary rake. And I got plenty of help. See y'all in the field. All right, so we are going through the alfalfa field right now, but this is not what I'm going to rake yet. I was going to rake this last, let it dry as long as possible. And it has dried out pretty good considering how wet the ground was when I mowed it, since it was basically a mud hole. But I got this lower field down here that's just regular grass hay, orchard grass, and fescue and timothy. I'm going to go down here and do it first. It's a little drier, dries out faster. Right there's the baling rig for when Shannon gets here. We baled part of this field yesterday. I got a round bale unrolled here and tedded out from yesterday that the net got tore up on. Okay, so here we are. Got to pull these ropes. I'm setting unlevel, so one side will go down before the other. Now that they're down, I can raise them back up to the secondary stop. Okay, turn it on. Off we go. Hay should be ready to go. Yesterday we baled some of it. It was borderline, but or ever put preservative on it and it was fine. Plenty good to run preservative on. Plenty dry to put preservative on it and it'd be good shape. It's a pretty thick field and it's making pretty good sized windrow back there. What do you think? Big windrow?
Yep. This not too hard.
Yeah, this field is really rough. Probably should have disked it before we seeded it, but we didn't. I hit a few spots with the dozer, but you can't hit everything with the dozer.
Which actually called a trachyodal.
No, I had a dozer over here.
But one day he brought a trachyodal over here.
That was when I was making trails. trying to watch. Get real close to the edge, but not get too much live grass in there. Uh-oh, I think I just raked a stick in there. Man, what a big windrow to put in a square baler. You gotta go really slow when you get that big. And some of my rye right there you're looking at, I gotta cut that and bale it. Now that makes some big windrows too. Actually, I'm going to go ahead. I got another little piece. I'm going to go ahead and rake it too, right here. Should have just kept going straight.
Daddy?
Uh-oh, now we got a tornado over here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I'm going to drive through it and mess it up.
That was seriously a hay tomato.
A hay tornado. Dorsey ain't quite got where you can say tornado and it sounds like tomato.
Tornado.
Tornado, there you go.
There's a hay tornado there.
A hay-
Can you see it?
I don't know if they can see it or not, son.
Well, it's ginormous. It's like a probably should have just right here.
Goodness.
No.
I'm at the end of this, almost. We're at the alfalfa field again, so turning around. Some of that outer windrow may have to dry a little more. It was right up against the trees. And usually that means it's not dried very good.
Without like that, it could get even bigger, right?
It can get bigger. It will extend out about 3 more feet. But doing round, square bales, you don't want to do that because the windrow gets too wide for the square baler pickup head. But doing round bales, it's good to open the rake up a little wider, and it gives you a better formed bale. If you get the windrow about 4 foot wide, if you're doing a 4 foot round bale, and that works out really good. Makes a really nice bale. Nothing here, so I'll raise it up. All right, I've moved up to the alfalfa field. Man, this stuff looks excellent. And it's about ready to bale. It needs to dry. About the time it's going to take her to finish baling that other field, we should be ready to roll on this one. So there's just a few green spots here and there. It ain't been bad. And it won't take them long to get dried out. This is the 4th day this hay's been down, so granted the first day it was down wasn't a very good drying day. It was kind of cloudy, and at times it was cloudy, and the ground was just extremely wet. So takes a little extra time because of those problems, but we're going to get there. We're going to make it go today. One way or another, it's going in there today. And it's going to be right when it goes in there. So Shannon's baling right now. Should have some footage of her going also here. I gave her a camera anyway. Hopefully she filmed something. Just got rid of the kids. My mom come and got both of them, so now it's just me and Shannon. And Shannon has to leave and go to a vow renewal, and I'm supposed to go too, but I don't know that I'll get to, but we're going to try. We're going to try to get all this up before, all the hay's got to be got up before I can leave. But if I can just get it on wagons, get it to the barn, I'll unload it tomorrow. I ain't worried about that, but if I can just get it, because I'm not going to be around here tomorrow. I got custom straw baling to do in Floyd County, which is the next county over, and I'm not going to be around to be able to get this up. So things have got to happen today. It's funny how you can go and there's nothing really pressing or anything. As soon as you mow some hay down, everything has to happen at the same time on the same day. It's just crazy. If I was doing any other kind of project, I could just quit and come back the next day and pick up where I left off, but not on this type of work. It's hard to do that. Okay, we'll check back with y'all in just a little bit.
Fire it up. So me and Dorsey, we just traded. Dawson's gonna help rake hay, and Dorsey's gonna bale some hay with me. Gonna stay in the seat to do it. Here we go. So I'm using the new Massey tractor. I really like how it shifts. It's really nice. We're having to go real slow today because the hay's so thick, but I'm okay with it because it makes real pretty bales.
Well, yesterday I was talking to her, and a bell.
If it would help you, you can probably bail this one off now to the corner.
10-4.
You can bail another one off up there too.
realize it was out here where I needed to start. That's why I just had to do a big U-turn. Dorsey knows about U-turns. We talked about that letter.
And J-turns.
And J-turns. That's something he's...
And W.
W? I don't know about a W.
Your mommy not a W.
I'm not sure when we've done a W turn, but he says we have. No, I like that you can shift it up here by the steering wheel as well. That's a really cool feature. Dennis was telling me about it yesterday, and I thought, well, I'm not going to really use that. But when you're turned looking at the hay behind you, that really is helpful, because you can just reach up and shift down or shift up as you need to without having to reach your right hand up. Because I like to twist and turn and watch, make sure the strings are on the bales, look at the moisture monitor, which now I'm going to spray it a little bit. We just like to make sure it doesn't mold or anything, so sometimes when the moisture gets a little bit higher, we spray it. I was shifting down, I was having to pay attention. So with that, I do reach up and use the one on the right hand side up here to push the button in and shift, because I was changing ranges. I needed to go down to the first range. This is nice thick hay, and I don't want to bog down the baler. When I was younger baling, I was raised on a farm, and when we would shear a pin, I thought it was the worst thing ever. Looks like we aren't releasing back there. So
one more.
It needs one more? Okay. Dorsey's got the advantage, he can see it. I can't always see it.
See, it came out.
It did come out. Thank you, sir. I told him I normally tell him when there's 2 more, because it releases in packs of 10, which is nice. Watch that tree limb. But anyways, when I was younger, I thought shearing a pin was like the end of the world for things. Because growing up, we square baled hay, but we rode the wagon, my sisters and I, and my mom. Because my brother's quite a bit older, so by then he was working. Because when he rode, when I was real little, we would just stack the hay at the top. So we're going to cut across and get this one out of the way. And Dennis is moving them up out of the edge of the woods for us, the windrows. So that's real nice. But yeah, with Dennis, I learned that shearing a pin's still not good, but it's not the end of the world like I thought it was growing up. And one time baling with my dad and my sisters, that wheel back there that's at the front of the baler went rolling off. Somehow it all came apart, and we were on the wagon and went rolling down through the field. It was crazy. So needless to say, that stopped our operation for a little bit, because we had to stop and get that fixed. Uh-oh. We're meeting Dennis with the rake. So we're trying to pay attention, not get into it.
The lake does spin really, really, really good.
It does spin really, really fast. We're trying to stay away. Having to spray, watch the hay. He's moving it up out of the edge of the wood so it can dry a little more while I bale up here. I enjoy farming with Dennis.
And riding 4-wheelers.
And riding 4-wheelers, that's right. We're best friends, aren't we? That's the last one. There it goes. You're going to count.
1, 2, 3.
Hold on, you got to wait till it actually drops in there, okay?
And that one's 2.
Yeah, but I enjoy working with Dennis because he, just like right there, I didn't mean to get in the way, but he makes my life easier because I'm out here helping him, so he's going to rake it and figure it out, but I dropped that pack right in the way. Oh, Seems like you always drop them at the end of a windrow where it blocks you when you're coming out of another one, or, you know, like that, where you don't want it to drop, be right in the way. Looks like we can speed up a little bit more, so we look up here. I think so. A while ago it was so thick I had to slow it down. And he says now we need 2 more doors. 1 should release after this one. You watching for me? When Dennis and I were dating.
Mommy.
Mommy, what? So what I was going to say was, when Dennis and I were dating, this woman has horses and she wanted us to come bale some hay. Well, wanted him to come bale hay. I was raised to help, you know, whoever. So because I was with him that day, I was going to help, and I was riding the wagon, and we didn't even make it a full turn around the field. He wasn't going to drive the tractor and me ride the wagon and stack hay. So that is the day that I learned to bale hay. And it's a really beautiful memory, because the whole time we've been together, over a decade, he has always been willing to show me how to do things, but then he doesn't necessarily expect me to do it, which is why I think I enjoy helping him, because it's not an expectation, and he's always grateful when I do help him. So that's the first day I ever baled hay, even though I was raised on a beef farm. My dad always did the baling and we rode the wagon. So it's been cool to learn things with him. Even though sometimes I forget and he has to tell me, which with baling hay, luckily, now that I've done it for so many years to help, you know, I remember what the RPMs and how to do all that. But I do like this tractor baling. It's nice, the gears are nice to be able to slow it down and just easy reach over there and either bump it or pull it back, or use the one on the steering column. That's real nice. But I do like making pretty bales. I joke with him and tell him it's because I like going slow and easy, and that makes prettier bales. So I tell him I'm better at it than he is. And of course he just laughs and says I'm right. But Dorsey went with his grandmother, and Dawson went with her as well. They're going to go have a nap, because everybody just feels better when they have naps. Some days I lay down and take a nap with them too, because it's just good for your soul to have a nap every once in a while. This field is real pretty. I'm thankful it's dried out real good. We've had so much rain, it's made it kind of stressful. I hate it for all the farmers, you know, trying to figure out when they can get their hay up. My family has been mowing hay as well to round bale for all the cattle, so they started baling some yesterday before my nephew's baseball game, and then they stopped. It was a little bit green, so hopefully they're baling today like us. We baled a lot yesterday, which was our first time this year baling, and so it's good. I'm real thankful for another beautiful day, so it can dry real good and we can get it up, hopefully get out of the field. And he's raking the alfalfa right now. Hopefully it's been drying good. It's amazing to me how long it takes for alfalfa to dry. It's just crazy. crazy. So the Massey that we used to have, I always tell Dennis it doesn't make sense to my brain. Easy, girl. It doesn't make sense to me changing gears in a tractor. So I drove straight gears a little bit before Dennis and I got together, but when we got married, he got me a straight gear little Ranger pickup because it was 4-wheel drive, and where I'm a teacher, I needed to have 4-wheel drive in case I had to get to work, you know, because sometimes they didn't cancel school. And so I got better at it, but it just makes sense. I could hear the engine, and with a tractor, I don't know, for some reason, I don't always necessarily know when I should be shifting gears because I'm kind of a procedural person. Dennis laughs at me when I bale hay. I have to plan out which windrow I'm going to go down and have plenty of room to turn this big rig around and stuff and get in the next row. And he just says, just take off and go. And I'm like, no, I need a plan. You know, I like to skip a couple rows and go down and get that windrow, and that way I have room to turn and go down and, you know, and I just keep doing that down the field. But anyways, I drove that Massey to a different field for him and somehow ripped the top of the gear shifter off. So then I'm holding it in my hand and it's connected with a wire, and I was like, oh no. I was going down a 4-lane highway, you know, so then I started using just the stick itself to change gears, and then I just pushed it back on top once I got to the field. So I told Dennis about it, and he got in that tractor and pulled and couldn't rip it off for nothing. He's like, what did you do? What do you mean you ripped it off? I said, I don't know. I was just changing gears. I just reached and pulled it back to change gears, and it came off in my hands. And then a year or two later, I was using it. He had got me some really great dirt from his dad to put in my flower beds, and I was moving the tractor and did it again. I don't know if I get stressed out or anxious or what. I don't know, but I'm very talented at ripping it off. So this tractor makes me happy because you just reach over and push that little, just bump that little stick forward or backwards and you're good to go. And I like that. I think maybe if I have to drive this one down the road, hopefully I won't have any kind of malfunctions like I did in the other one. I told Dennis it was real fit, and I don't know if you can see it back there, but the twine changed yesterday and started coming out. They were both blue originally, then they started coming out red and blue, and I told him that was real fitting for Memorial Day weekend. We're really grateful for everyone that served, and we're thankful for the family that has sacrificed family members, you know, the time with them, and then the ones that we've lost. So it's fitting that our twine is red and blue. With the other ones. Uh-oh. It must have caught on the hay accumulator and pulled it some. I hope that bell's okay. When you're videoing, you get caught with stuff. Not that I wouldn't tell Dennis. I always tell him anyways. Oh no, it's pulling it with us. Jeez. Good news, everyone. No bales were harmed in the making of this film. I got back there and I had to back up to get that bale out, and it's okay. And then when I went to the pack of 10, it was okay as well. So yes, no bales harmed. And then that was releasing when I was backing up. I had to stop. Whew, it could have been bad. But that's all right. We made it. We got through. Everything's good. I think we can speed up a little bit. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, it messed up the pack of 10. You know, it wasn't in line. So I just carried that bale and put it back with the rest and straightened them out. We're good to go. So that's good. Yeah. That is good news for us, because not that Dennis would be upset with me, but I don't like busting bales. I mean, it just is kind of counterproductive. So once I saw when I was backing up, though, that the accumulator was releasing, I thought, whoo, this could get bad quick. But that's okay. I backed up just a smidge to be able to get that bale out, and then carried it back up there, and everything was good. So that's real good. Yeah. We're gonna get this part done and then go bale the alfalfa. That'll be good. It's dried out really good, which I'm very thankful. After he mowed everything, the next day was supposed to be nice and sunshine, and Dorsey had a t-ball game, so I took him to that and asked Dennis how it was going, and he said it was so cloudy. So we're real thankful we've gotten some good sunshine and good drying days, because they're calling for rain at the end of the week. The other day came through here. I can't remember why. I think maybe I was trading out the boys. That's what it was. One of the boys was with Dennis, and I was bringing the other one to him. And when I came into the edge of this field out of the woods over there from the four-wheeler trail, a huge eagle lifted up and was flying and flew over the field beside us, the neighbor's field, and flew around. It was so beautiful. And that's the third eagle I've seen this year, just in the past, 5 months. And I've never seen eagles around here, and now I've seen 3, which is crazy. So I thought that was kind of amazing to come out into a hayfield right here and see a big, beautiful bald eagle take off. And I videoed it, but the video isn't the best. Because my mom and I always talk about when we see things, so I wanted her to get to see it. I was so excited, and Dawson was on the four-wheeler with me, and so he got all excited. So we rode, and I showed Dennis and Dorsey the video. They just thought it was a big bird, but it was an eagle. Pay attention to the hay and to the moisture level and to the strings, and to the windrow and everything else you gotta watch while you're baling hay.